Oh my God. All right, let's get it together. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops. Shout out to my retirees. Shout out to the Uber, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the truck drivers for real and those who drive for a living for real. I drove to I drove into Atlanta and drove back to Florida yesterday. Boy, I'm tired. I am so tired. I feel like I need like a week rest. So that's also a sign of aging too. But you know what I'm saying? One time God me used to drive from New York, go all the way to Miami and drive back. 24 hours. One straight trip. Boom. New York to Miami. Brooklyn to Miami. Can't do that again. Now I gotta stop and get a little rest and get a hotel room. So that 16 hours straight driving I did day before yesterday or yesterday. Whew. I'm still paying for it. I still feel like it. So big up and shout out to the driver them. Who people don't when you do certain things for a living and people don't understand what you do, they're like, all you do is just sit down and drive. Yeah. The same thing I say for the people that work in the medical field, especially like those nurses that pound the pavement all day. People like you work in an AC all day, a nice building, you're in scrubs, you're in uniform. Man, they walk about 1,000,000 miles for the day. All your body jaw cramp up when you just start doing them kind of works there. So shout out to everybody out there, regardless of whatever your profession is. If you up and out to get it and you dedicated to it, and out there rob and steal and kill people for them things. You know what I mean? By the sweat of a man's brow, so shall he eat bread. You're a good person and you're trying to be a good person, then big up to you. And if you're one of those who wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself, then you're a special person and you deserve respect. Manners and respect, and thank you for everyone tuning in this morning. Big up to yourself. All right, pat yourself on the shoulder and say, self, you're worthy. Self, you're worth it. Self, you're all that and then some. Yeah, you have to big up yourself all the time, not sometime. Be your biggest cheerleader. Here we are this morning on another beautiful another beautiful Monday morning. I'm Basil. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday, December 21st. We are 4 days away from 2023 Christmas. The year feel like it just started and ended at the same time. I think this year roll off like it was 6 months instead of 12. That's fast. That's fast. And shout out to the people like Miss Goldie Robinson, who was the first one in this morning. Donna Davis is in here with us this morning as well. Says big up yourself. Great Goodies is here with us this morning. Lady J is here. Lovely Aneka is here. Y'all, please go over to Lovely Aneka's channel. I know some people won't, and some people ignore when I say this, but for those who do, I appreciate you greatly. Please go over to Lovely Aneka, hit up her content, see what she's about, and vibe over this as well. Seeing King Biggs, big up yourself. Thank you for being here, Senior Sexy. Pussy Galore is in the building this morning. Banches is in the building. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Sharon Spence is in the building this morning. Angel D is right here. Chama D Star. Chama D Star, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well with you. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. Jane Ander, Kite Tai, Jai Empress, Clean D, Darlene Walter Riley is here. Lovely Aneka says, shout out to the doodle cleanup, to the doodle cleanup man. Oh boy. Dorothy T, big up yourself. Naturally yours. Thank you for being here. Angel D says, glad you made it back safe. Yeah, I'm glad I made it back safe too. And I made it back with one of my most precious gifts, my most precious creations. Well, God created him, but through me. So I made it back with my son, my oldest child, right? And boy, it's amazing to see how the children have grown, Drop him off to him, brother them. And I looked at all three of them. All three of them hugged me, and they hugged me so tight that I can feel their strength now. And I'm looking at pictures like these were babies yesterday. Them man, they are hug me now. They all over 6 feet tall. They hug me now like when them hug me, them grip me up. And you could feel that man strength now. So you're like, damn. Fun joke, fun and joke aside. Kosi, Cause he's like a big bear, and he likes to wrestle. Remember, cause he played football, right? He's a defensive lineman, or he's a lineman. So those guys are required to be pretty big. You know, if you watch professional football, the biggest guys them on the field, the one them will look like they shouldn't be playing football because them look fatter or something like that. Those are the guys. They're some of the highest paid guys in the NFL, and the reason is because their job is to keep people off of the quarterback so the quarterback can actually pass that ball properly and make that play. All right, that's his thing. That's always been his thing. Now he is 300 plus pounds, 6'3", and he is huge. And when him grip me up one day, me in the kitchen, right? Me I cook, me I get ready to cook up some food and thing. I forgot what I was doing. Like a brown stew me I prepare. But anyway, him come from behind and like grip me up tight like this. And so at first I was like, me I try muscle out tight because I'm a big guy too. So me I feel sure that it's like the big lion showing the little lions like I still got my strength. You can't test me. And I did like this and I couldn't get out. And for the first time, it actually dawned on me. I was like, damn, pardon my language. I said, he's strong as fuck. So I was like, I mean, I try come out now. And this time, him actually grip hard, right? Me couldn't come out tight. So I was like, man, get your ass off me. Get off me. And don't you ever hold me like that again. you know? But I had to draw a rag real quick. Get your ass off me. And don't you ever hold me like that again. Because I couldn't get out. But I couldn't let him know. I couldn't let him know. And he was 14. He was 14. 14 years old. This man with size 16 shoes in men's feet, 6 foot, 6'3", and 300 and something pounds. I'm like, get the fuck, get off me. Don't you ever hold me like that again. I was mad as hell. But as you know, it dawned on me that that's the circle of life, man. If you watch the Animal Channel, I pay a lot of attention to nature. And if you watch the Animal Channel, when the lion them young, like really young, they're cubs, big lions can't do anything to them. Because if a big lion want your mom, him kill you and take your mother and breed her again. That's nature, right? And then when that big lion, when he gets to that primal age where he's ready to go have his own pride, he start hunting and him look around on the plane, right? And he sees a dude over there, a strut him stuff like him big and tough. And he's like, yeah, me like all your girl and everything like that. So him come over and initiate a war, initiate a fight. And if you beat that lion, the lioness, the female don't want you after you're beaten. I don't know if y'all know that. The lioness does not lay with a weak lion. She does not breed for a weak lion. She don't want weak offsprings. She want the lion there where we tear up things because and that's to protect his pride. And that's how she selects who she breed for. See? And that's natural. So I'm thinking along those lines, I'm like, yo, them young lion, yeah, they coming up on the plane. You could tell when the lion get too old. You have to just scoot aside and let the young lions. I equate that to life. Being out here as an old man or an older guy, say for instance, you're out here, look woman. You can't compete with the young dude. He 23. He fresh out the gym. He played football in college. Him body chisel up. Him run from yassa to dessa like lightning just flash. Him beat pum pum for about 3 hours straight. All them kind of something that ropes. That's how you're created, by the way. Maybe not beat for 3 hours straight, but you could flip right back. Right after you're done beat it already, you just relax. I get a little 20 minutes, you go again. You get older, is one round. See? And you ain't doing no multiple rounds for the night and all that. I mean, responsibilities in life come with that also. Because when you're young, you don't have those same responsibilities. You get older, you have children now that you got to look after. Children you got to raise. You have a mortgage you got to tend to. You have bills that you got to pay. Car note, this note, that note, that note. Multiple people you're responsible for. So now your focus is not so much just testosterone filled and driven, so y'all go get put my Africa beat up some pump. That's no longer your focus, but that's a theme focus now. See, and so you can't compete with him on that level. What you got to come with as an older guy, you come with your material possessions, and then the young girl is like, this is the young lioness, right? She's like, I'm weighing my options. Let me see. I want my back blown out. or I want something nice and stiff, and the boy young body look good on them something. Or may I deal with a man kind of look like a grandfather still, but life I got comfortable over this, so it might not give me no headache. In while in days gone already, and I'm more settled and things financially stable, and so she's like picking and choosing. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, just the same way. So I encourage you to go watch one of them videos there. The lioness never breeds for a weak lion. With that said, moving right along. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning still. I realize I'm not the only one going through stuff ever. May I search up the house? We bought this house not too long ago, and there's parts in this house we still haven't gone to yet. So I search up the house, I'm gonna find a book. And it looked like the people who owned this house before, they were going through their marital issues. The wife did not write notes and leave them compiled in one book. Ladies, just talk to us, because we don't read mine. Men don't read mine. A good man will want to do what it is he's supposed to do. You just tell him. You know what I'm saying? And you tell him in a respectful manner. That's it. The worst thing you can do for your man is tell him to do stuff, but talk to him like he's a little boy, or talk to him like he's beneath you, or you know what I'm saying? So talk to us respectfully and tell him what you want done, and it's done. Easy. But we don't read mine. Apparently, the people who lived here had this house before. The woman didn't really understand that. She must think our man did read mine. And then because he wasn't reading her mind, she left one bag of Ross in our one book. I just found the book. This book. We just find the book you have. I'm not gonna read out the people them something Tony yet. Not yet, anyways. But there's all kinds of stuff in here. I can't take this anymore. It was like she was writing and you know what she hid it? In at the wall. In the wall behind. So you have to pull out the kitchen cabinet. You have to pull out the drawers all the way out, take them out, and go in at the wall, back of the drawer. I don't know what happened that made me go back there and go find it the other day. So yeah, talk to me. Cause we not read mine. All right. Audrey Wright says my YouTube acting up. I could not access anything. Click on my notification, but it kept saying error. Yeah, YouTube does that sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They do their thing, and I try to hang in there and keep the show going. It's acting up right now for me too. I can't scroll to the bottom of the chat, so I can't see all the comments. All right, boom, there we go. British Jamaican girl, thank you for being here. She says, I'm still here enjoying what we can in Jamaica. In Jamaica. Enjoy yourself, my friend. My turn soon come. You know that. I don't stay away for too long. Angel D, you in Jamaica as well? Be careful out there driving. With your driving and texting, unless you're talk to text. I have some water in my cup this morning. That's it. Just some cold water. I feel like I needed something to wake me up. I didn't have time to make my coffee. So I'm going to make some cold water. I just throw some cold water in a cup. Anyway, Beachy Stout trial update is on the table this morning. There's a woman that the government gave a house that I wanted to talk a little bit about because we covered when they tore down her house. We're going to talk about that. Hopewell High School Bursar killed on campus. We're going to talk about that as well. Ronaldo Ricketts, we were supposed to talk about him yesterday and we didn't. And then, of course, Medic is still missing and the Mooney siblings are still missing. There are lessons here that I would like to talk about. Leave some constructive stuff here this morning. So there's going to be a lesson about the scamming world and a lesson about who you need to stay away from and choose how you get involved with people and who you get involved with, and lessons about parenting and warning and parents warning to children and all these other things. So we're going to get into all that this morning. Before I go there, though, let me start out by saying this. You are only a gallus when all your gal them know about each other and they still care or they still don't care. As in, this gallus culture thing, I did a video 2 days ago and my wife did the more in-depth. Because yesterday I actually talked to her about it and the things she was telling me, none of that was in my video. So Shakira obviously did more research than I did, and I thought I was doing pretty good research. the Jamaican guy that went to Texas, he married, and then him have a side chick. And you know these games that you have to play because you don't want side chick find out about wifey and wifey find out about side chick. So you make up a fake person and you call yourself somebody else. I'm Steve Jones, but my name isn't really Steve Jones, but my side chick know me as Steve Jones, right? And she thinks I work long hours and me work two job on these things when I'm actually at home with my wife, right? Well, the long story of that short is the man, I guess his side chick found out that he is married and she decided she was going to tell the wife that you out here living a double life because she was really into him. All right, goes back to this. The Gallus thing, that thing is only fun when you're younger and it's not even fun, it's not even really fun, it's because you're meant to think that it's fun. You know, people tell we that from we little. Like I said before, I grew up in that genre, that generation where Beanie Man or one of the most popular DJs was singing, "Man, I fi have enough gal and gal in a bungle, gal from Rima, gal from jungle." So as a Jamaican youth, you grow up thinking a whole heap of gal you're supposed to have. That's so self-destructive, but that's on a whole nother level. I'll talk about that when I get into the men, my brother's keeper podcast series. However, just this morning, I'll just leave you with this. You're only a gallus when all of your gal them know about each other. And they still don't care. They can say to each other, "Well, I know you with him, so am I. I'm not going nowhere." And the other ones say, "I'm not either." And them say, "Well, I guess we're gonna have to share him." And then you're a bad mother. Oh, shut your mouth if that's how you got it. But the problem is most guys don't have it like that. You take Gallus title, but you don't have it like that. You're not really a Gallus. You cheating. You're hiding. You're deceiving. You're telling lies. You're making up stuff. You're tiptoeing over here and you're sacrificing so much just to play that game there. Real Gallus live comfortable. Him can tell Shanika, say, "Susie, yeah, them I go tonight. See, and I'll see you tomorrow." And she'll be like, "So why you couldn't spend tonight with me then and spend tomorrow with she? Me cook your favorite food, you know. You cook my favorite food? What you cook? Because me cook you some oxtail. Blood fire. Shanika, don't joke with me. You cook oxtail? Yes, me cook oxtail, broad beans, and everything night. You know, I come and him say, "You know what? Susie have to go wait. Here what? Me a forward at you tonight. See? And Susie can't wait till tomorrow." And nothing no happen. Him go, him yam him oxtail, him enjoy himself there so. And then tomorrow, and then tomorrow now, him deal with Susie. If you don't have it like that, you're not a gallus. So stop use gallus title. All right. But we'll talk more about the gallus thing in the podcast for my brothers in my brother's keeper because it's really not productive. It's counterproductive, actually. Could be fun, but it's counterproductive. All right. With that said, where do we start this morning? Let's do we start off with the Bursar Hopewell High School Bursar killed on campus? Do we start off with that story? Or do we start off with the young lady who got her new house after them did bulldoze our house? Or do we start off with the lessons? Medic is still missing. The Moody siblings are still missing. It's up to you. I'm giving you 60 seconds to say where we start, and we're going to start there. Darty T said, "Burger." You call Susie, and Susie said, "I just made you some chicken nuggets and fries in the microwave." And then Anika said, "No, it was, I got oxtail and broad beans and stuff for you." So you say, "Yeah, me know which part me I go." Feed night. Beachy Stout update, or where do we start? Come, talk to me. Mr. Burger. Oh, Mr. Bursar. Bursar. We start at the Bursar. Okay, so let's count. Darty T, Ahu said deja vu. OG876, deja vu. Hey, all right. Um, I've never done anything like that before. Let's just put that on the record. I've always been good. Um, yeah. Darty T says Bursar. Marcia Walters says missing. Rush Jada, big up yourself. So Rush Jada said the Beachy Stout update. All right, it's picking up speed. Audrey Wright says let's get the lessons out the way. Yvonne Wallace says, Kaz Robinson, welcome back. So what you're always saying that you didn't bring back any sunshine, blah, blah, blah. Miss Goldie Robinson says, Bursar. It looked like it's going to be Bursar. We have 3 Bursars, and then we have Beachy, 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 Beachy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, it looks like it's going to be Beachy. Erica Dean says Beachy. Kaz Robinson says Beachy. 5-6-3 says Beachy. Stash just wink. I don't say nothing. Black, big up yourself, Stash. Black Eagle says Beachy Stout. Audrey Wright says, who the line? Who the line for? No, something I keep myself happy. Big Donna Davis says Beachy. It looks like it's gonna be Beachy Stout. Angel D says Beachy Stout. Purple Royal says Beachy Stout. Karen notice it's Beachy Stout. It is overwhelmingly so. Good morning, SouFLo family and friends. Devin Gale, Lady J says Beachy again. British Jamaican girl says Beachy. Blessings to everyone. Beachy. Unstoppable Josh. Big up yourself. Beachy Stout. Sharon Spence says it is. And that is what it is. All right, so let's get into this Beachy Stout stuff. Beachy get frig. I said it yesterday. Okay, so remember, right? Remember I said everything that's been said so far in this court case against Beachy Stout is all not speculation, but all accusations. Because you can't just say anybody do anything, but you have to come with proof. And until there is proof, whatever you said is just an accusation. You can accuse me of anything, but if you can't prove it, you're only accusing me. All right. Well, 2 things I said needed to happen did happen. I said the police officer one of the guys who testified that said when Beachy did send him go buy the acid and then give him the bottle with the acid and say burn her up under the hair dryer, and him say him looked at her, him pass her, and him look upon her, and him say, yo, the man are wicked enough if I true, If this is true, this is truly wicked enough. Imagine your wife sitting under a hair dryer, right? And you walk past her and signal a next man, say, burn her up with the acid. And so if she was gonna get burnt up with him there, but the brother say him look upon her, him go up to her and look upon her, and he's like, and ladies, some of y'all be thinking the man that they look upon you because I admire you. You don't know, say I probably one of your ex them send him a murder. The man come murder you, but him look upon you and say, oh, I can't do it. That was her case. The man came to disfigure her face. And he said, she is way too pretty. He can't do it. Him no spoil up what nature has created that beautiful, so him leave. He not only left, he ran away. He lost contact with Beachy, according to his testimony, and left the area. But him go to a policeman. Him give the policeman the bottle of acid. Him describe the bottle of acid. Him describe how the bottle look. Him describe everything about the bottle and what the liquid in the bottle looked like. All that. Then he also, let me see what else them find. Let's put it like this. I said the police also needed to come and testify that that actually happened and all that. We've had all of that happen so far. The police come, testify. The police say, yes, he's aware. He was told, him contract him, pay burn up the wife. He couldn't do it because same thing he's saying in court. He thought she was too pretty. Not only that, they got the bottle with the acid. The bottle looked exactly as he described. Right. Then I said, I hope they test the content that's in the bottle. And if it is indeed acid, him get frig. Because the man already described the bottle, tell them, wait, everything like that. Well, news report came back. They tested the bottle, the contents of the bottle, and lo and behold, it is acid. So him just get frig right there, so right? Here's some information from that case. Moving forward, a detective sergeant who led the police investigation into the July 20th, 2020 murder of Tanya McDonald in Portland seemingly got caught in a state of confusion during the trial on Tuesday in the Home Circuit Court downtown Kingston while under cross-examination from attorney at law John Jacobs. Beachy's lawyers ain't to play with, though. You see how they made the man the main witness for the state? You see how they make the man start ball Panistan and call down Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The man said, come down and touch me now, because I can't take no more. That's under cross-examination. They're laying down heavy pressure, which is what good attorneys do. Their job is to get you off. That's how you pay them for do. So Tanya's partially burnt body. I don't know why they keep repeating this in every news update, but I guess it's for people who never heard it before. So everybody is on the same page. Tanya's partially burnt body was found on the main road in Sherwood Forest in Portland with multiple stab wounds. Forensics have determined that she was stabbed 10 times in her chest. She was found beside a raised or burnt out Toyota Axio motor car that she was driving. Facing questions from Jacobs on Tuesday, the lead detective appealed for many chances to be able to recall certain occurrences during the investigations, particularly in relation to the recordings of at least two statements from a witness in the case. This is the other part that I said, if this actually happens, he's frigged, he's fried. The bottle with the acid, that out the way. The cell phone with the 120 conversations pertaining to what to do to her, that has been cleared and has been admitted into evidence, and they have been listening to it in court. We haven't had our first printout yet of what was said on the tape so far, but a detective already listened to it, and it is said to be like, yeah, him dep on the tape. So him get frig. Him get frig. It's all adding up now. Before this, nothing was adding up. I was actually saying this looked more like the contractor or the contract killer. The lawyers, a good lawyer could say, no man, you look like you the one that killed her because you over here tell me how you was in love with the man wife and you having an affair behind her back. And you even cuss her out before and call her what bold face and something like that because she was seeing another man in front of you as well. So you took it personal, didn't you? Yeah. I know you're trying to set up Mr. Beachy stuff, but that gone. The bottle with the acid, the phone with the 120 conversations seems to be the nail in the coffin. So the police had difficulty now recalling whether one statement was recorded and had to overcome the challenges of settling on the dates when he said that the statements had been taken. Honestly, they're going too far. I mean, something what happened years ago, it's very hard for you to remember specifics, like the specific date and all that. All this should come down to actual recording. What was recorded and it was dated then. That way I can go, you know what I'm saying? Go to the computer, look it up. The file was sealed and then it's open now for court and nobody touched it and this is the date. So you could see it. I don't know why they have them understand under scrutiny like, nah, you're lying because you said the wrong date. If you ask any of us, 2020, December 14th, where were you? Nobody remember that. We're in 2023. That's 3 years ago, right? Right. So at first, he told the courts that he was present during the recordings of at least one of the statements by the witness who had given evidence in relation to the liquid substance in the glass bottle that turned out to be acid after it was tested at a government lab. The cop said a statement was taken from the witness at the police station. However, checks were made by the attorney revealed that those statements were not taken at the police station, they were taken at the home of the witness. So now they're getting very technical. And I don't think that should be enough to erase the statement. Y'all see what I'm saying? A statement was recorded, indeed. It is on file, indeed. It is possible that my notebook could help me with the events, the policeman said before he was given an opportunity to consult his notes, his notebook. After checking the notebook, the detective sergeant said, there is no notation in respect to the statement. Jesus Christ. There's no notation in respect to the statement. That statement might be thrown out. Jacobs pressed the police officer to explain whether he had signed any certificate to say that he observed the taking of the statement from the witness. I remember signing one certificate, he said. I cannot speak to the date. Can't remember. The statement that was taken that I observed could have been at one of the police stations in Portland. This is what the cop said. Jacobs, however, told the policeman that no statement from that particular witness was recorded in his presence at any of the police stations. In other words, what the attorney is saying is, y'all just making all this crap up. You can't even find it in your notebook. You consult your notebook, right? You said give you some time to consult your notebook. You consult your notebook, okay? And where is it? He says, well, it wasn't no notation. It wasn't put in the notebook. It's important for these, and this is what uh, Chief Justice Sykes was talking about. It is important for the arresting and investigating officers to do their jobs properly in order for convictions to be carried out. A lot of the cases in Jamaica, I believe, is up to a 70% rate of murder cases in Jamaica. The murderers walk free, and they walk free because of botched up work done by police officers investigating and those arresting, so on and so forth. So, lazy policing, exactly, Wayne Core, lazy policing. And that's what Chief Justice Sykes was talking about. Remember when he said, it's 2023, y'all expect me to like, you just come in here and just tell me, say, oh, him kill a man out there so in the streets and he was laid out in a pool of blood. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. And that's damning. It's a bad thing. But was there a picture of the person laid out in the street? No, no surveillance picture. You were there at the scene. You said after shots bust and the person lay down. Did you pull out your camera in today's day and age where everybody have and take a little small video or a picture? Like nothing. There's nothing that says it actually happened except for your words. So you want me now, as a high-seated judge, to fling life sentence upon this man when you don't have nothing? And the judge even went further and said, did y'all check with the who were the people that responded to the scene, the coroners, come pick up the body? Who? The police department? Like, where was the body moved to? What funeral home? What this? Are there any records from any of these places? No, no, Your Honor. So that's why the judge was looking at him like, what? And then you have, dunce Jamaican people who don't take the time to listen. they cussing the judge and they're like, yeah, man, I buy out that judge there. This is not buy him out. The man is seriously telling you like there's absolutely no friggin' evidence, just accusations. What y'all want me to do? Word of mouth can't send people go to prison for life. I wouldn't be doing my job then. So the lawyer then asked for a statement to be shown to the witness. He said Jacobs, however, told the policeman that, listen, you didn't have no statement, no particular witness recorded any statements for you, sir, at none of the police station them. That's why you can't find nothing in your notebook. That's why he's clowning him at this point. The lawyer then asked for the statements to be shown to the witness and asked him to tell the court where these particular statements was recorded at. The policeman said the statement was recorded on August 18, 2020, and it was done at the home of the witness. I observed the taking of that particular statement, this particular statement. I went to the home, sir, on at least one occasion, sir, and not a police station. It was an error when I said police station. I was there at the start of the statement, but not at the finish. I was there at the start of the statement, but not at the finish. So you cannot even swear for the whole statement because you are, yeah. What happened at the finish of the statement? Me no know. I wasn't there. Okay, so why you up here? You can't swear that the whole truth, the whole statement is truthful. You wasn't there. You see that? I was there at the start of the statement, but not at the finish. I signed the certificate because I did observe it. You signed the certificate for a whole statement, yet you came to court and said you were there for the start of it, but not for the finish. But you use your authority to sign a certificate for a whole statement. If that statement was 2 paragraphs long and you only stayed for the first paragraph and you left, there's no way you can sign a valid certificate for 2 paragraph worth of statement when you never witnessed the second paragraph of statement. That could be just anything somebody whiplash put it on paper, and here you are signing it in as valid. It's valid. I heard it. I witnessed it. I was there for the start of the statement, but not for the finish. I signed the certificate because I did observe it. I was there for the signing. When it was completed, I was called and it was read back to me. The witness signed it and I was witness to it. When it was finished, it was I was called and it was read back to me. That's not valid. I could give you a statement as an audience. Somebody observe half of what I'm saying and leave. Later, them say, "Tell me what SouFLo did say. Come and miss the last half." And you just make up anything you want, tell them, and tell them that. Now, when they call whoever else and read it back to them, they're reading half truth and half of what they put onto it. You understand what I'm saying? So in court, I don't think that's gonna like hold up. But back to the tape, and they really didn't have nothing on him until this tape. The taping of the conversations, 120 conversations, and the acid bottle with the liquid in it, the black liquid in the clear acid, the clear bottle. That. Now, regarding the other statements the witness gave, the detective sergeant said that he only observed a portion of the writing of those statements. He told the court that he did not observe the writing of that statement for long because he had to tend to something else in relation to the case. What I attended to was important to this case, saying that he did not remember if he made any mentions of that in his statement. The lawyer later asked the detectives why he searched Beachy Stout supermarket in Portland without the businessman's presence, without him being there. The cop now claimed that it was too high of a risk to search while he was there. Even though it was very close proximity to a police station, it was still too high of a risk to search it while he was there. So we searched it after I'm left. I searched 2 premises for him. One is located in Dolphin Bay, Portland. When I searched it, he was not in custody. While he was in custody, I searched the one at 8 William Street. It is good practice to search in the presence of the owner, but not in all situations. The investigator would determine this. It was my decision to search 8 William Street. It would have been a risk to have Mr. McDonald present while I was searching 8 William Street. Why? I don't know. The witness is close to the police station, but the risk was still very high, he said. Jacob, who is one of the 5 attorneys representing Beachy Stout, who is one of 2 accused in the matter. The other person facing trial for the murder of Tanya is Oscar Barnes, and the trial will continue on January 9th of 2024. They are taking a break. One more thing happened before all that. The lead investigator admits deliberately omitting phone-related information. So them gone on break until January 9th when trial will start again. The lead detective probing the 2020 murder of 32-year-old businesswoman Tanya McDonald in Portland had admitted that he intentionally did not include a cell phone the prosecution's main witness said he used to secretly record conversations with her husband. in 2 statements he gave before the trial. This is the tape, the 120 conversation may I tell you about, that I'm saying this is all. If this is the nail in the coffin, if them have anything on him, it's gonna be this and the witness story matching them finding the acid bottle. All right. Now the lead detective is saying he didn't even put that in the notes when the phone was taken. You see, some evidence can get thrown out if it was taken under certain circumstances. I've seen people go to trial and beat trial already, even though everybody could tell he was guilty, but he beat trial because the manner in which the police officer took the evidence that they're using against him, right? An illegal search and seizure, judge fling out the whole case. And they know you're guilty, and it says you're guilty, but an illegal search and seizure will get your whole case thrown out because them can't use the evidence, right? Tanya Steve, yep, and BM says you could have planted false evidences. Karen Notice says, why are they taking statements on paper? I thought they videotape statements. No, they handwrite out statements. That's why I was making joke the other day when I said, so you trying to tell me that if the man come in and him chat beer patwa, and him I say, yo, boss, say around so the man them did that. You have to actually sit there and write, yo, boss, around so SUHDDI man them MANDEM did that. Like, what the it's 2023. We're in modern times, and they're still writing out statements. The Klansman Wanda and Gang trial, remember when the youth say, y'all accusing me of stuff when I wasn't even on the streets. As a matter of fact, I was incarcerated. Go and look at the book at the police station where he was incarcerated at. They went, they looked at the book. I was saying to myself, is it an actual book? Or are they talking about going into the system and finding, right? It was a book. A book. So somebody can actually pay somebody and say, yo, put in the book, say, me did that from this day to this day. See it? Yeah, me I give you like 100 grand. Just erase that and put it in the book, say, me did that from. They had, the whole information was messed up, his release time and everything like that. So that's one of the people who that they couldn't use against them, right? And people seen him out the road, and people confess that, yo, even the out the road, there's no way he was locked up. But the book said he was. There you have it. So it's harder to change things if it's in a file in the system already. If it's in a book at a police station written in pencil, and his was written in pencil. It was written in pencil. Erase, put in what date you want, put in. Yeah. So these are all the holes that are in the system that these things still happen today that contributes to the bigger picture that we're seeing altogether, right? Most murder cases not getting resolved as in a big conviction because of things like these. Anyhow, Tanya McDonald's husband, Everton Beachy Stout McDonald, and his co-accused Oscar Barnes, we already know they're both on trial. Now, during cross-examination in the home circuit court on Monday, after the detective sergeant, who has been giving evidence since last week, agreed with one of Mr. McDonald's attorneys, John Jacobs, that he intentionally made no mention of the cell phone in his 2 statements that he did. Why would an investigative police officer not make mention of this cell phone in his notes? The lawyer said, so you intentionally didn't put anything in there? He said, yes, I intentionally did not. The cop agreed that he only made mention of the cell phone in his statement that was dated September 21st of 2023. So you just mentioned this in 2023. Remember, this happened in 2020. At 2023, he might make up new notes and I put in that the phone was confiscated. Then I don't know. This look risky. This look risky. Responding to the attorney's question on whether it is important to mention the cell phone in a statement before the trial began, the senior cop said, if he were to include IMEI numbers, he would never finish a statement. IMEI numbers, I believe, is the stuff they put into the phone, and then your phone just start give them all your information. So he was saying, I don't know how it relates, but he says, because I'm no techie, but he says if I was to include IMEI numbers, I would have never finished a statement. What the? But Mr. Jacobs, the attorney, told the cops, with almost 3 decades of service, you made no mention before the trial because that phone did not exist, sir. This is the attorney, right? Them always I try to get your face, look like an idiot then. So he would say stuff like, so with 3 decades of service under your belt doing this work, you just foul up so bad on this that something as important, the man tell you said the phone have 120 conversation with him and Mr. McDonald talking about killing his wife, and you just somehow didn't mention it in your 2 statements that you did back then when everything was fresh and new in your mind. And here you are, September 21st of 2023, you're writing new notes saying, yeah, it was. Responding to the attorney's questions on whether it was important to mention the cell phone in his statement before the trial began, the senior cop said, if he was to enter all IMEI numbers, I would have never finished a statement. But Mr. Jacobs told the cop that with almost 3 decades of service under your belt and you failed to mention it, the only reason you did was because it didn't exist. So, but if it didn't exist, how come they have it in custody now? Mr. Jacobs pointed out that the investigation concerning the phone started after the trial began, not before. So what his attorney is saying is that phone never exists. And now, I put that in there. But I tell you what, that's a weak argument. As much as he is making the police officer look incompetent, that's a weak ass argument. Because when they listen to the conversation on the phone, voice recognition, whatever, they're going to be able to say, well, that is Mr. Beachy Stout and that is Bobla, as his name is. And they are having a conversation about taking the life of his wife. And this is dated back to 2020. So you saying all that to him, still not going to erase the tapes. You dig? But the investigator told the court that he collected the phone. Mr. Jacobs pointed out to the investigation concerning the phone, and he said, y'all just put this together just after the trial start. And I didn't have this before. But the investigator told the court that he collected the phone from the Communication Forensic and Cybercrime Division after the trial started in September. So they always had the phone, but I just collected it back from the Communication Forensics and Cybercrime Division when the trial started. In the meantime, the court was told that 2 bottles containing an unknown substance were seized during the investigations. They were determined also to be sulfuric acid. So them find more acid in a Beachy place and check it. The first person that testified against them, remember the youth was he used to do some menial work there, but he stopped somebody from stealing from the store. So Beachy like move him up the ranks. And then they developed a relationship over time to where it came to the point where he would trust him with even making financial moves, like take my money and go deposit it, this, that, and the other. Mr. Mark trust me, man. Him would I even trust me with the money? That's how much him trust me. Remember him? Yes. He's the one who first said him get send go buy acid. And he did buy the acid and bring the acid back. So when the next man say him did get send go buy acid too, there should be multiple bottles of the acid. And guess what? The 2 bottles are found, and the 2 bottles were tested, and the 2 bottles were determined to have sulfuric acid in them. So that, with everything else, looks like a cooker. I don't know. What says you? Do you remember the glove doesn't fit, you must set free? Wayne Core, if the glove does not fit, you must acquit. I was a child then. But remember when OJ Simpson was driving down the highway in the Bronco going at regular speed, just a long run from the police. And he went to court and beat it. Johnny Cochran. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. And they ended up beating that case. BM says once it's his voice on that phone and the judge accepts it as evidence, that is it. It has been accepted as evidence. The reason why they went on that long break that was supposed to last a week and ended up lasting a month is because they were trying to keep that out. Eventually, it was ruled worthy of being accepted, and it was accepted in the phone evidence and the acid, and it was accepted into evidence. So it's there. It's going to be used against them in the court of law. Wishing him all the best. Hear what? Enough of the Beachy thing. I'm starting to think that he is going down. I thought it before that he wasn't, because they had nothing like this. But now me I start to think, say, yeah, in my go down. In my go down. I don't see a way out of it. Well, look like them gave Beachy, them have him in a chokehold right now. Android says, yeah, it looks like it. You can't explain that away. His lawyer's rebuttal for that is slow. Uno never have that. It never exists until after the trial started. So how we get him to talk on tape, sir, and we never talked to him since we separated ways. Bubla gone him way. Beachy went his way. They never spoke again. So how would the tape have been made? You know what I'm saying? If somebody used AI, no, let me give his attorneys a way out. It's a Samsung Galaxy modern days phone, so it is very capable. I think this was put together and using AI to replicate my client's voice. It would be the first of its kind in Jamaica in a court case, but you can argue it. And hear what? The burden of proof is not on you. The burden of proof is on the state to prove that that wasn't AI generated and put together to bring down my client. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the only way I see how that I go. I can't, no, give them nothing. No. I probably shouldn't have. But now I'm gonna watch. Cause here's the thing, right? When I be saying stuff, I say, say if I was his attorney, I would have said this. I swear to God, I'll get up like the next day or two, the paper print big, we go through the details. I'm like, I just said that 2 days ago on the video. If I was his attorney, this is what I would have said, and that is exactly what I'm going to go say. So, not talking about Beachy's case specifically, I'm saying I've done stories before where I've said that, and that's exactly what they did. So obviously it can work, right? Listen, you don't have to be the brightest person in the world, okay? You just have to be somebody that's able to think outside the box. Everything is happening around us, so it's not like me knowing more than what everybody else know. I'm just trying to think of how the hell I would get my client off, or try to get my client off. I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't have no dog in this fight. See? So I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about, yes, I'm guilty, send him to prison for life and kill him in there. I want to see. I am a lover of a courtroom process. I love see the unfolding of a case. I love seeing the witnesses say what they gotta say, the cross-examinations by the attorneys. I love seeing the evidence being brought forward. I love seeing the rebuttals. I love seeing things get thrown out because the argument was that good that had to be taken out. This have to be omitted. this, that, and the other. I love them case there where it seems impossible to beat, and an attorney actually beat it. Now, I know in the event that it's somebody who did something bad, I kind of feel bad, of course. I'm like, damn, oh, the victims didn't get no justice, you know. But on the other end, I'm like, that's law. That's law, and that's how it works. See? Really, does the state have a voice expert? Wayne Core says they would have to get one. This is how I'm telling you that you force the envelope. They would have to get one. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. That y'all AI generated all that and replicated my client's voice, and you all are in cahoots conspiring to take him down. He's a successful businessman. Hey, just looking at his bank account, in money long like train, Your Honor. He's an upstanding man that is known throughout wherever. Blah 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 blah. He's This is a high profile case. But I would be going in that direction. Honestly, I don't see no other way out for him. Now that that has been introduced, I don't see any other way out for him unless they're brave enough to argue that. And all right, me done, me done. Me not say nothing more. We shall watch this unfold. So come January 9th, back to court they go, where this will start all again. Moving right along. I'm not saying no more. Top off Beachy thing off. I so lead detective struggles to recall location. They have the two glass bottles, two of them, both tested sulfuric acid. Shout out to Nationwide 90 FM. Shout out to Jamaica Observer. And yeah, them two there. Government gives on a house after bulldozing our building. We need to stop this. I'm moving along, right, to our next. I'm moving along to our next topic. I don't have my phone. There's a young lady who we covered her story months ago. So the Andrew Holness administration, including Andrew Holness, because he was on the scene when it was being done. I've never seen. Let me say something first of all, right? And here comes all the Andrew cheerleaders. They don't like me, but I have never seen any leader in front of the camera for every single thing. Like when houses are being given away to impoverished people in the US, Biden not standing there, and shaking hands and kissing the person and taking pictures and sliding down the gully in church shoes at night time if you go do a house closing and all these things, and I just too much photo op stuff going on. So one particular case when them bulldozed the young lady house. They bulldozed her house because they thought it was on captured land, right? Land that was sold to them illegally, right? Come to find out, them give her a brand new house now. Now, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her because, them wicked, them could have bulldozed our house and not give her anything because there were other people who got their houses bulldozed and they didn't get anything back. So she get. But what I want people to understand, because I left a comment yesterday under the article and I said, because she did a video and the video itself tells me that they coerced her into the video. All right, so you get your house now. So now you have to go make we look good, So she's like, I want to thank the right honorable Andrew Holness, and I want to thank this person and that person, and I got a house now, and I'm so joyful. I got a house now the legal way, and I'm like, they coerced that poor girl and used her as a political pawn. But if I was in her position, me would have probably take my house too. Because I don't want to be homeless. And them done mashed down the house what she was building already. She was $800,000 in, right? She worked. She put her house together. She have bill. She have papers. After they bulldozed her house, they were saying to her, Uno don't have any papers over here. This ain't legal land. She was like, that's a lie. See my paperwork here. I have papers. When they traced the paperwork, where did the paperwork lead to? The paperwork led to somebody who was in government, prominent person who was over there taking land and selling land to the people them, right? That is land that they weren't supposed to be selling because they had no right to be selling it to people. But they trusted this person because this person is a person of prominence, right? So when this person come and sell me the land, I'm gonna take the land, I'm under the impression I have my paperwork, and I go butter now and fix up my little house, block by block, and build something nice. And that's what she was doing. They didn't come and ask, do you have papers? That was the big thing. They just came with the bulldozers and them licked down the house them. Some nice house too, Someone live a foreign for long and don't have one of them house here. There's nothing bad to say. I'm just trying to say to you that there are some nice house. It wasn't no little squatters camp kind of situation. The house them, some big block and steel house, nice house. Them did a bill, lick down the people them house. The girl was the one that cried the loudest on video. And because she cried the loudest, she got the loudest response from the crowd. Wicked boy, Andrew. Yo, no wicked, And I remember her standing right next to him. And I remember her crying and trying to explain to him. And, now seeing her get the house is like this was all plotted from back then till now. I lick down some of them house there. You see, when election time come round, so we have a building project going on. You see, when election time come round, you see the loud girl will make everybody there look upon we. She have to get a house. When she get a house, we have to dead upon camera with her, show the world. But then we want her to say this, right? I got the house, my house legally now. And thanks to the right honorable Andrew Holness and stuff, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. It's all politics. It's all politics. So neither here nor there. Big up to the people them who are die-hearted, politician-loving people who are gonna cuss me and say everything Andrew do him can't please or no. If the man don't do, no complain. If him do, no complain. If him do, it ain't about that. It's about just me seeing the blatant play. It's a blatant play. It's a blatant play. So what happened to the other 10 people? Veronica Gale, them not get nothing. That's why I'm saying for her, I'm happy for her. Because I would hate for her to be one of the others that didn't get nothing. Now they probably have something for them. But in all actuality, if they wanted to do right by the people, they will understand that a scam took place. Somebody would be persecuted or prosecuted and imprisoned for the scam that took place first, which means go after your people, take care of them first, and then do justice by the people. You build up new house, every house where you lick down, the people them had their paperwork for it, give them a house just like how you gave that girl a house. But I don't think they in the business of giving away 10, 11, 12 houses, right? So them are going to make one look like they made an error, but they didn't really make an error because here she comes saying, no, I have my house legally, like she did do something illegal in her first place. The girl never do nothing illegal. Them con her and give her the house and she pay for it, right? She wasn't squatting over there. She bought her land and was building her house. She got conned, but them now go after the con artists. Them lick down everybody house and give she one house back. So shout out to all the people, man, who keep saying, man, you need to stay off of Andrew, man. Left him alone. Anything him do, no complain. If him don't do, wanna still complain. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all trying to defend somebody who does not need to be defended. I'm just pointing something out to the people. And if you really want justice, this is one thing we notice about Jamaican people, right? A lot of them. I won't say all of us, but a lot of us. If they crucify us, if them sacrifice or if them chop up 100 away, all they have to do is come back and find the relatives of one of the 100 and give them something. Everybody else forgive them. Frig the 99 will get chopped up and dead. Them come back and take care of that 1 year dog, brother. You see the nice little house for them, give them and set them up and thing. So him not die in vain, Him get something out of it. Yeah, man, a good people, them man, me I vote for them. That's how we do. So as long as something is given, and look how him time it right too. You see how him time it right? Yeah. Don't give it to them yet. It bill already, but don't give them yet. We want it more closer to the time where we're gonna call the election. So that means it's in the people's memory. Cause them have short attention span. Yeah, that's why them not see when time where I rough them up and hurt them more time. Cause them attention span short. Long as you give them something, them good. So do it closer to that time there. All right, it's time now. Come and start. Give out house. Give out house. Man, if y'all keep on getting played like this, somebody said to me also, there's another thing, and that's why I love talk to intelligent people. Cause my brain not too good sometimes, but I take sense from people who are sensible. Even people with my granny said anybody can teach you something, so not afraid to talk to any and everybody, and don't think you're above anybody to speak to them, right? Even a fool. She actually said even a fool can teach you something smart. So I see an article come out. Bounty killer. Remember we just talked about bounty killer. Bounty killer being offered a part or a chair or a seat in a political party. Remember, killer come out and say, I know JLP or PMP we need something different. But we were saying you need something different, but why are you not telling the people what is the different that you need? Because the different does exist. You're beating around the bush, man, but you're not hitting it. All right. I see an article come out says killer is offered a seat in a new party. When me say the name of the new party, me said this party now I'm gonna make it. Just offer the name alone. And just offer the name alone, somebody said SouFLo. Easy, But me over here roll because you said just offer the name, but the name really look like something revolutionary party, something like them are go overthrow a government and set Jamaica on fire. And a revolt are gonna happen. We're gonna go from plantation to plantation, burning sugarcane fields and chopping up slave masters. I just that the name was just long. And remember me telling about church? Me say me now go on no church. We have no long name. Them church they always make me suspicious. Moravian, me dead. Church of the Firstborn, me dead. You know what I say? Them church that were something epic episcopal something of Church of God of the First of this and that. One long name you can't invite me there. Me think something else are going over there in a church. But it's the same way the party sound. Now, a person said to me, SouFLo, I love your reasoning, but you missed that one. Check this out. What if Bounty Killer himself is a system man? He's a system man, and they're using him, right? They're using him to further cause distraction away from, because everybody knows now the UIC is there. So how come Bounty isn't saying we don't need JLP and PMP, at the UIC with a say? But instead, he's talking about some. Actually, I don't have my phone with me, my phone out there so I charge up, but me want telling you the name of the party where them have is a name is a name where long narrated and just sound like. So the person said, look, watch this. If they get him to see the front page, Bounty Killer offered new seat in this new party, wherever, you notice that everybody start look over there so and start look at this new party. Even the confused people are like, who the hell is this new party? Make we go look them up. Well, if Killer I get off a new seat over there, then maybe me follow Killer go over there too. Because about Killer with him say a poor people governor and them kind of something there, right? All the while, the main objective is to pull all the attention away from anybody who wants to anything with UIC and look in a different direction. I said, wow. I never thought of it like that. Because remember, the UIC don't get no coverage. They don't get coverage. You never see the Star, Gleaner, or any of the news entities out of Jamaica, TVJ, CVM, none of them. You ever see them invite Mr. Patterson over for the morning show yet? TVJ Sunrise. You ever see them invite or do a clean article on him educating the people in the Gleaner or the Star or any of those? You don't. You don't. They get absolutely no coverage. The only time I ever see them cover Mr. Patterson and the UIC is when they were out in the streets protesting, and them sent police go out there and they handcuffed Mr. Patterson and arrested him. And then that's the only time I saw him in Jamaica's newspaper, and it says leader of the UIC arrested on charges of, and then you know them list the charges, but the charges they try to make it sound so bad, like they would have say a public nuisance and inciting something and something like that, and people, those words carry power. So people are like, oh, I'm a troublemaker. And so how come him only dep on the paper when time him get arrested? Cause nothing else now go on. So he's villainized. They vilify him and move on. So when the person will say, yeah, man, that the matter with Bounty, but Bounty Killer offered new seat in new political party and all that. Why Killer not come out and tell the people them say UIC is there? Him know about UIC. But at the end of the day, check this out. In my mind, I think above that, right? I think like this. Well, him probably know about UIC and don't like it. And him probably really like the party where them a talk about say him a get or he's offered a seat in. So I don't know. I can't speak for him. I don't have his mind. So his choice. And when it comes to politics, I'm not a person where I try to tell people pick JLP or pick PMP. You're depend on whatever side you're on based on where your needs are met. And this is my stance. Again, if you're voting JLP and you can say to me, SouFLo, here what? Me know uno say JLP are for the people them way up here, and you know PMP is for the people they're down here and all this. But here what? I'm a business owner, okay? And all the tax breaks I get under the JLP has enabled me to further my business, the growth of my business. I'm able to employ more people. I'm able to pay people livable wages. I'm able to this, that. If you're able to justify your vote one way or another for one party or another, then that's exactly how you should vote, right? If somebody come to me and say, yo, long as JLP in a power, a be a sufferation are going for me and my family. Me not like. If PMP, when PMP in a power, me I talk about we live good, not just eat a food, live good. And that's your justification, then hey, so be it. Right? So we're not out here pushing one or the other agenda. We're telling people them to vote smart and don't get used. We're waking the people to tell them that you have power. Use your power. It's called it. Thank you, Audrey. Right. That's why I'm loving you know. See, I didn't even have to go get my phone. Only listen to that name, yeah. It's called the Kudagian Revolutionary Vision. The Kudagian Revolution. I know somebody will come and say that's not how it's pronounced. So it's Kudagian. 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 If I laugh at that, I wish part that I got in a Jamaica. If people them love JLP, PMP, and UIC sound like right fits right in there. Wait, Audrey Wright says for short it's KRV. Assume KFC. And the the UIC, the JLP, the PMP, the KRV, and the KFC. Ah. Yo, watch out one. UIC is taking on the plight of the correction officers. Letters will be going out today, Crystal G said. Them always tell me about how much weapons are found in these prisons in Jamaica and this and that. Me not say not one correction officer got prison, you know. So I don't know how if these weapons are teleporting themselves inside into the prison, walking through walls, falling through the roof, or into the laps of. Them people are really going like so we are some big claffy, yeah. The Kudagian revolutionary vision. I'm sorry, but in my mind, when me hear that, Me see guns up. Me see some big afro. Me see people in the bush ready. So them gonna shoot it out. Me see blood have to go run, in order for our freedom for coming, and that people have to dead for we can live. Yeah, come join the Kodagian Revolutionary Vision. Yeah, our KRV for short. Yeah, my brother, me I got KFC. That ain't gonna that not gonna make it. That not gonna make it. So like the person said, SouFLo, maybe it's a distraction, slick, the way how them do it. Use killer, bounty killer, to divert attention away from. So now them are gonna start look up the KRV instead of the UIC. Yeah, now you're there. Dorothy T says, that's a stupid Rast name. Kodagian Revolutionary. Can you imagine? Kodagian Revolutionary. It sounds like war I got broke out. Crystal G says it's bad. 3 officers to 2,500 inmates. I couldn't be. Listen. I couldn't be no correction officer in a Jamaica. I would definitely probably be corrupted. I'm honest. I'm not. Me not lie. Me honest. I would probably definitely be corrupted. Yeah, cause if the brother said, first of all, do you know how much they get paid? And you know how Jamaican people unruly out a road. Imagine how the man them unruly in there, so. I don't want to go to work and get stabbed up and can't go home. So you go in there for them house that. I'm only here to do my shift. What do you want? You say a cell phone? All right, well, I'm make me list. Bobby G say want a cell phone. Uncle Sax say want a what? You want a knife. Brother, me can't bring you a knife. Or you want a chopper, a meat chopper. Me see if me can bring that in. So you want what again? Cell phone? Brother, latest iPhone, me can't get that. That's expensive. You have to go take a banger. When I flip on them, it will work still, and them can't track them. So you want one too. All right. So Uncle Sax want that. Bobby G same want that. Me I make my list. Me I carry my things. I'll be the coolest dude in there. I'll be doing my doing my shift and going home to my family. What's one time them come out of prison and them see me out the road and then want do me things? You ever seen somebody on a job and stuff went down and the person went the opposite direction and said, they don't pay me enough for this shit? That would be me. They don't pay me enough for this shit. I'm not in here to be not in here for change nothing. Cause you can't. You can't. Crystal G says they make 118,000 a month. How much is that? In Jamaica, let's do our trusted Google friend. Say, Google, how much is 118,000 Jamaican dollars in US dollars? Somebody run it up for me. I don't have my phone. How much is 118,000 Jamaican dollars in US dollars? Here I know. Come the phone. How much is 118,000 Jamaican dollars in US dollars? Sita.
118,000 Jamaican dollars equals 759 United States dollars and 9 cents.
Yeah, I'll gal me a car go in there go get them. Yep, pum in here too. May I get a couple of girls from round, so just make sure in the family top up your commissary. Cause my house are expensive. And you're yep, you want pump you do a 10-year bid, you gotta pay for it. When last you see some pump, me have one of me a carry coming here tonight. I couldn't do that job. Not for no 750. A joke you make. To be around some of the worst of the worst. Hey, lockdown, go back in your cell here. Suck your mother, boy. What happened to you? Hey, boy, man, we'll make sure you not go home, you know. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Officer Pimpin'. I'm bringing hoes. Shit, you get your commissary money right. I'm coming in with everything. None of me are bringing no knife though, cause you might use that against me. But you can get your phone. Yeah, you can get a bad girl from back road Yeah, you can get all that. And, and I'm trying to go home in one piece. And me, I try to make sure so when I get released, so the member me when they see me out the road and I try to kill me. Cause them something that happened to, you know. Yeah, them go kill the man them out the road. Hey boy, you remember when me and that dirty boy there, you know, you remember when him kick out John teeth them? Yeah, I'm going like him, they have power though. Well, we find which part him live, dog. All right. I pay him a visit. No, they not seeing me for that. When them see me on road, I be a bum fist, yo, dog. You're cool, you know? Yeah, man. No, I see me that try to save myself. For no 759 US dollars a month. What kind of damn wage is that? And who's supposed to live off of that? Who's supposed to live off that? Y'all ever seen how expensive Jamaica is? Yesterday, me and wife had do some research for a computer, look for house and land and thing. And we say, yo, I have to make some more investments and stuff, right? I am down in Negril, Westmoreland, that side. I kid you not. There, missy piece of land for 28 million Jamaican US dollars. Not Jamaican dollars. 28 million. Now, mind you, it's prime real estate is located where, but 28 million dollars for a piece of land. And the house them round there are some 800, 900,000 US dollars, 1.3, 1.5 million US dollars. Like, yo. And when me if you do it $759 a month. What that for? Oh God, man. Ah. Yes, Darty T. It actually did come with your own beach. $28 million piece of beachfront property, and it did come with your own beach. I said, God, please just make me. You see, I don't even want to hit the lotto and like take the whole jackpot. I want to hit like one of them years there where the lotto is like 100 million after payout. Cause you know, Uncle Sam broke your back when you win the lotto, you know. So after payout, I walk away with one. So it have to be like 250 million. I may win 100 million US. I would have go buy that. 28 million invested in that piece of prime real estate beachfront property right there. Because I know who's coming to get it from me. Yeah, and when them come, I sell it back for double and 3 times when I buy it for. Or it don't move. I may have enough money now to kill people too. So if them feel like them can move off of my land and take on my things, it's not gonna go like that. Because a lot of that happened in Jamaica too. They move people off their land and take away their things. A whole lot of land grabbing is going on in Jamaica. Mind I tell you. All right. Was it about 2 years ago or so? We were in Jamaica and we were having a conversation with a certain person who I won't mention who it is, and the person was showing us places in, I won't even say what area it was, but prime real estate, close to tourist stuff. I'll just put it that way. I have to talk loosely, you know, because some of these people are people we're around, right? Uh, and the man I show we and I make we know say, listen, you see them people there? Yeah, you notice that some white people, them people that just come in, them have the resources for bringing the big bulldozer and them something there, them clear out the land. Look at them build up over there, some big nice structure. Why would they go build them big nice structure? They're way in the bush, that's all. Because they're building out. And then they're gonna gentrify that area. And little by little, them a move and it'll get wider and wider. And the person that set away say that is not their land because they know the original owner of their land, and that land is close to feed them land. So it's like, you know, Jamaica setup already is like your family grew up next to my family. Your grandparents probably know my grandparents. Them go school together. Them a age group. For them parents, great grandparents know each other. So long them people have been on their land, so they know who land those are and what they're going through with their land. Some of them left, Ghana, England, the old people dead off it. No proper will was left in place. By the time some people come back into the country and say, my grandparents left some land down there and stuff, you know, them come see some German pan it. are some British people on it with a nice structure built up on it, and they're showing you paperwork for it and say that is theirs. A whole heap of land grabbing going on in Jamaica. Whole heap. But that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video to be done on. Rash Jada, absolutely. That is one of the places I'm talking about. Country Girl says, what does the coup d'etat mean to the new part? Because words have meanings, and I'm curious as to the meaning behind the name. I don't know, enough. I guess you can go Google them now and look them up because they didn't give me any. Moving right along. There's a guy on the front of this video whose face I want you to look out for, particularly my people in Jamaica, or maybe escape and reach Miami already or somewhere like that. I don't know, but see me. Him name Devilman. This is Devilman, and Devilman is wanted. Let's talk about why Devilman is wanted, and let's see if we can help to bring some justice to this. So, Devilman, police in St. Catherine Division have issued a wanted person notice for 34-year-old Peter Delon Davis, who's said to be known as Devils and Devilman. That's his name. Somehow the woman, you know, say if me a want girl and me a look man, you can't tell me say your name Devilman or me hear no man call you Devilman. Me no want you, you know. But then again, I don't know. Crystal G says, handsome devil. That's exactly what the girl them say. Them said, no, sir, I can't him. Because him look too good. Boy, reports from the police are that the incident occurred in the early hours of December 27th around 7:35 a.m. in the Penn District, Riversdale area of St. Catherine. It is alleged that Davis, or Devilman, went to the home of the mother of his children. His mother of his children is 40-year-old caregiver, and he allegedly fatally shot Richard Swaby, also known as Richie or Billy. So that is the mother of his children's man. Him kill him, according to this. Swaby is 30 years old. He was a carpenter, and he was the current partner of Devilman's baby mother. So walk that story about now. Devilman at 34. In baby mother 40. Devilman baby mother and Devilman didn't work out. So Devilman took away his 34-year-old self and she went and get a 30-year-old. Boy, sure after Devilman took care of him, she probably went to a 25-year-old. She like them younger. I don't know. Her choice. Now, following the shooting, Davis reportedly fled the scene on foot, but he was seen. And the police are urging the public to be on the lookout for Peter Delon Davis, otherwise called Devils or Devilman, and any sighting or information of him would be helpful. He's considered to be armed and dangerous, and the public is advised against approaching him if you see him out there. So nobody go play no vigilante about your accosting him and making a citizen's arrest. You might lose your life. Instead, they are requesting that you contact the police emergency number, which is 119 in Jamaica, not 911, or call Crime Stop at 311 and say what you have to say, or you can use the NIB tip line and remain anonymous at 811. All right, this is Devilman. Him go up at the yard. I don't know what words they had with each other, but it is said that him shoot and kill him woman Newman. Some man have a problem, like, yo, bring no man around my picnic them, And some women, they don't care. Some women, they're very quick to replace. And the poor children, them, Them just have to deal with what mommy likes. So mommy have a new man. The new man is coming to stay in the house with us, and some man don't like that. Like them don't want a new man around them picnic. Some women, life is hard. Poverty is a hell of a thing. She can't pay all the bills by herself. Our man gone. This new man, he's in love with the pum pum. He wants to be in the house. He want house it up. So she got move him in. So him can either take over all the bills or help her pay the bills them and feed the kids and these things. And then what's if you have all a workless baby daddy who not give you nothing, but left you gone with 3 picnic. And some man will want there with you. You get companionship and you get somebody to help with the bills, and it's just a messed up situation. Because at the end of the day, it's the kids that suffer, anyways. You know what I mean? But yeah, Devilman is wanted for killing his baby mother's man, new man. So if you don't see him out there, call police. All right, he resembles you so flow, no joke. Jesus Christ, man, I'll put up in picture again then. I'm not putting this picture up no more. Yo, don't say that. Well, I was not there. I was in foreign, and I don't have a baby. I don't have a baby mother that is whoever she is. She never seen me before. I never seen her without clothes or. Me now explain myself. All right, this other story, which mm, we've been calling, and we're gonna stay calling. It's 2016. We started calling for CCTVs again, for CCTVs to be placed on every government building. Somebody said CCTV can be placed all around Jamaica, SouFLo, because Jamaica don't have that kind of money there, but they do. So I said, okay, how about place them on all government buildings to include schools, banks, those kind of things, right? And the areas surrounding those places. That means for a distance from the school or the bank, you should be able to have a surveillance system that picks up who's coming towards and who's leaving the school campus compound or the bank and these places, wherever else is government owned. This story right here, rocked by the death of their bursar, the staff of Hopewell High School in Hanover will remain at home today while the Board of Management plans to host an emergency meeting to enhance security at the educational institution. Always reactive, never proactive. This is not the first one. Parents went to go pick up their kids before, and I remember one teacher saying, the little boy just, or the little girl just walk out because we hold them in this room until we get a call from out front that says the proper parent is here to pick them up. So we just got a call said her father is here to pick her up, and he showed up on his motorbike. So we let her out. And the poor little thing, if you see how fast her feet were moving, because she's running back towards us as her father is being gunned down right there in front of the school as she's approaching him to get on the bike with him to go home. I pick up him, pick me from school. These are some of the stories that we've covered before. And I'm saying, if this keeps happening, now the end result is what? That case is still unsolved. Nobody saw who did it. Motorbike escaped in nearby bushes or escaped gone down the street. It is time to put a surveillance system around every school, make it mandatory, and around every government building in the country. If we can't put it on every street, okay, I'll buy that. Put it on every school, around every school. Remember the little girl that got taken out of the school by some strange individual and whatever? And them carry her go some next place and cut her throat in the open. Big broad daylight, These things are happening. The school was plunged into mourning on Wednesday, which is yesterday afternoon, due to the unexpected murder. I don't know who wrote this, the unexpected murder, as if we expect murder sometimes, but this one was unexpected due to the unexpected murder of 35-year-old Jermaine Roberts, who had been managing the school's finances for the past 6 years. Robert's death brings the number of persons that were killed in Hanover, a parish which is under state of emergency, to 3. So Hanover is basically one of them safe place there. Because if only 3 murders them have for the year, the enhanced security measures end tomorrow, 2 weeks after the government announced state of emergency for Hanover, St. Catherine, Clarendon, and St. James. Baron Grant, who is the school principal who was on the school compound when the incident occurred, he was seriously injured when he ran into broken glass that were shattered during the shooting, and he had to be admitted to the hospital. Gunshot a bus, run through glass and cut up yourself, trying to be safe. I would rather get cut by glass than be out there pick up gunshot. According to reports, Roberts was attacked by a lone gunman who approached him and fired multiple shots, killing him on the spot. The incident has left teachers and ancillary workers at the school traumatized, and the need for counseling, said Dalton Hastings, who's the chairman of the board of management, who expressed being still in a state of shock as he explained the whole situations. Hastings described the incident as troubling and very scary, expressing concerns that criminal elements no longer have any regards for school or any sacred grounds for that matter. Them killing in church. For someone to come on a school compound to carry out a murder, shooting, this is beyond me. I guess he hasn't been living in Jamaica for the past how many years? Because that's not beyond anybody. Everybody knows that Jamaica, no, the killing them don't care. It happens anywhere. Nowhere is sacred anymore. We used to be shocked back in the day and when it started happening first, but not no more. For someone to come on a school compound and carry this out, acknowledging that as a country, the high crime rate is something that citizens, particularly schools, are grappling with. He said that the emergency meeting to the school board was to be called today. So them cut off school. Nobody goes to school today. They're calling a meeting to see how they can increase security at the school. And I'm telling them, if you don't include a surveillance system in your security plans, then that's what a security plan is. I don't know what happened. I don't know why Mr. Roberts was shot, but we will have to beef up our security. The school board chairman said Roberts was a jovial, hardworking, and a very approachable individual, well respected in his field, and he had a good rapport with his team. He resided in Pitford, St. James, but he was originally from St. Thomas. Efforts to get a comment at the time from the superintendent in charge of Hanover, Ian Mowat, did not materialize. He's not talking to the media right now. And when the Gleaner called him, he said that he was in the middle of the investigation and he would make a statement today, which is Thursday. Hanover has had 60. Okay, so it's not 3. Hanover has had 69 murders since the start of the year, and they had 44 murders in 2022. So this reflects an increase of 54%. Yeah, but things are get better though. Things are get better. Says your leaders. Things are get better. I am making the place safer. I don't know if this is the best picture they could find for him, but this is the picture they gave. So we can't even see a who. Because him have on dark glasses and these things. There's one story out there. It's a story that's out there. SouFLoTV is not telling you that this is true. But it says that a large check was written with the school name on it. And he was the person who was called to verify if the check was real so the individuals could cash it. He said no, the check is a fake check. So the check didn't get cash. So they are wondering if, you know, somebody came back and said, hey boy, why you never clear my check? Don't know. Don't know how true that is. That's the story I saw that's out there concerning this. You know, people talk, and that's how we are. We say more than, but whatever the case may be, it's rough. It's rough. We have a next story for the morning, yes, sir. Let's roll through them. We won't be here much longer. We talked about that already. Our last story for the morning. He was a decent boy. He was a decent boy. I said I was going to talk about this one yesterday, but we ran out of time. Mr. Ronaldo Ricketts. I think mental health is something that we really, really need to start looking into, because a lot of our people are affected by it, and we still stuck in a place where we still are talk about Obia, and we still are talk about this and that. Jamaican serial killer. As the police prepare to lay additional charges against the 25-year-old Ronaldo Ricketts, who had already been slapped with murder charges for the deaths of 4 other homeless people, this would be another one, make 5. A family member, friend, has described him as a good boy, you know. Don't know what happened to him. A good Christian boy. He wanted for nothing. His parents are still together. Him grew up in a household with 2 parents. He's very spoiled. Him get everything he want. His parents said the woman who asked not to be identified by name. The person said, man, his parents must be shattered by this news because the youth grew up privileged. His parents are decent people. Father, decent. Mother, well, decent. I don't know why he's doing this to his parents, she said in an interview that was conducted by the Jamaica Observer. I know him as a good Christian boy, a decent boy. He went to Barracks Road Primary, and he then went to Herbert Morrison Technical, where he passed a number of subjects. Ricketts, who is from Westgate Hill in Montego Bay, he was on Saturday charged with the stabbing death of a man and a woman. This came on the heels of him being charged last week for killing 2 other men. Ricketts is also expected to be charged in connection with another murder, which will make that 5, 6, as well as the August 30th forceful abduction and attempted rape of a woman. It was during the latter incident that he was nabbed by the police, who were escorting a ministerial tour of the sections of St. James. The police have laid out details of the murders in which he has so far been implicated. The charges laid out on Saturday are for the slaying of 20-year-old Leonardo Lewis, otherwise called Rahim or Akeem, from Breadfruit Road, Catherine Hall in Montego Bay, and a woman whose identity the police still does not know. According to the police, Lewis was stabbed and injured on August 9th. Residents found him about 10:55 p.m. on Church Lane in Montego Bay, and he was taken to the hospital, and he later succumbed to his injuries. The body of the woman, who remains unidentified, was found with stab wounds. This is a woman who got killed. There's another woman who got abducted and raped, and she didn't get killed. So the youth are going with beer things. The body of the woman, who remains unidentified, was stabbed on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. Jimmy Cliff Boulevard is a big old, that's a tourist area. About 12:15 a.m. on Friday, July 28th. She is of dark complexion, slim build, about 5'6" tall, and had black hair and gray hair. The woman appeared to be in her 60s and was clad in a white blouse and multicolored shirt at the time of her death. A police said that, and in my 25. A police said that Ricketts provided a caution statement to detectives admitting his involvement in several murders in Montego Bay. Last Thursday, he was charged in relation to the death of Mark Thompson following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorneys. Thompson was stabbed to death on the 11:45 p.m. August 19th of 2023, and his body was found on St. Claver Avenue in Montego Bay. Also, on Thursday, Ricketts was again charged with murder in relation to the death of another man who was killed in Barnett Street in Western City about 1:15 a.m. on July 28th of 2023, and that man remains unidentified still. In a September 1st interview with the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson said that forensic evidence and technology or technological capabilities have linked a suspect to the killings of 5 homeless men in St. James and that the charges were likely to be laid soon, with the additional charges laid against Ricketts on Saturday. There is at least one other killing being investigated, which they believe that he is also responsible for, which should bring his total to about 8. So, they said so too is the Melvin Hall Avenue incident in which he was nabbed. The police were nearby at Jarrett Park when they heard a woman screaming, and they responded to the screaming because they were doing a walkthrough of an area close by. According to the cops, she had managed to escape from the car of a man that was holding a knife to her and attempting to rape her. The police took the man into custody. Even as he proclaimed his innocence, the woman was whisked away by the cops. The incident temporarily put a tour by Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Desmond McKenzie, on hold because Desmond McKenzie was there in the area right next to where this was taking place. I say all that to say this, and then we're going to go this morning. 25 years old. Just go out and just start kill people, so. You grew up, by all accounts, with mommy and daddy. Everybody says you were privileged because you never want for nothing. Even when you became of the age to drive them your car already. You live nice. If you see him when them arrest him up, he was poloed out from head to toe. Polo bucket hat, polo shirt. What I don't know what make you go out there and do stuff like that. All I could think of is mental illness. Cause sane people don't do stuff like that. Somebody just think mental illness. With that said, I'm gonna follow the outcome of his, and you can stick by to see what happens with his situation. But I'll tell you this: keep a close eye on your family members, because mental illness is actually really, really real. That's all I'm gonna leave you with this morning for that. Imagine that boy there go out, nighttime, and his parents probably think, oh, he might just go out, go hang out with them friend them and play some domino and stuff. And every time him go out is a different body drop. And he's murdering people and hiding bodies. Some of them he left out in the open. And he's raping women and all that. Lulu Ridges says that boy there is a Jankro, demon seed. That's all. Madman, or he's saying this for attention. If you do, you're damn. If you don't, you're damn. Hey. He's considered a serial killer. Yes. If you go look up the definition of a serial killer is somebody who killed 2 or more persons in a certain period of time. I think he is at number 8. So yeah, that's a serial killer. That's a serial killer. Slickiana killer was remanded. This is for Ras Jada. She's asking what happened to Slickiana killer. Slickiana alleged killer. Let's be correct. We don't want nobody come for we, because our terms are wrong. We don't have any proof that he is her killer. We know that he is held, and they have strong evidence that says it's him. Slickiana's killer, Russian, one of them there, Patterson or something. Well, he was remanded. He's still in custody, and I think his trial is supposed to, or he's supposed to have another bail hearing sometime in January to see if he can get out and fight the case from outside. The judge said, nah, because you have the resources to run. So and we also think that you will disrupt the case to include stuff like witness intimidation, so on and so forth. Right? Let's not forget. Remember the story about the woman and the man that was walking, hugging up each other, couples walk down the street late evening after dinner kind of thing. And it is said that he was with somebody else that came up, beat up the man, tie him up, throw him in the trunk, throw the woman in the back seat of the car, drive off at high speed. The man somehow managed to open the trunk from inside and jumped out while the car was rolling fast. And he hit his head and died. And the woman was taken to a remote location in bushes where she was raped, beaten, and her throat was cut, and she was left for dead. Is a taxi man a pass and see her. I guess she wiggled out into the open, and the taxi man passed and see her and took her to the hospital, and she survived. She survived, and she pointed him out in a lineup and said it's him, and them let him out on bail same way. The woman was never heard from again or seen, and that's how that case got thrown out. I'm just saying, to the mats. Anyhow, we're gonna left it right there, so. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. You notice what I just said? He was let out on bail. The woman was never seen or heard from again. Saw him beat that case there. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine the woman survive to come point out the person and say him, and you say bail. The Jamaica for you, man. I'll catch y'all later. On the walk good, be good, and remember, think about what you're doing before you do it. Everything have consequences, and karma is very real. I'm out. Peace.